Is it greener on the other side? Joyful day, beautiful beings, and joy for all things, beautiful hearts. It is mine, truly yours, maybe Sierra M. Clark. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of Sierra Unconventionally Speaks. Yes. And so if you are new here, we want to give a heartfelt, joyous welcome to you joining this space, right? And so, it just hit me this morning that I am going to come up with a theme song for the month because music makes you lose control. No, but there is magic in music. There you are a frequency yourself. And so sometimes we need frequencies to help us get on the right beat, to help us get on the good foot. But we also got to be mindful that frequencies are also controlling us. And sometimes, depending on what you listen to, can have you in a stage of depression or just wanting to be angry longer than you want to. And so, yes, so what are we doing here? So we are doing here is something unconventional. This is an unconventional space. So let me warn you about that. This is not like any other space. We are unconventional. We use elements from everyday life, from the thing that made you cry, from the thing that made you your most happiest. We use those as if it is like a palette full of paint, right? So you got all the colors. So we use the things that happens to us, not just apply them. Because some of us have not figured out that why their life feels the way that it is, it's because that they've been applying everything that they've gone through, not using what you go through. And so it's a part of my methodology that I've created to help with our, what we say, to help with how we view ourselves. Because I realized in my experience that it wasn't what people were saying about me, it was the things that I was saying about myself that kept me in the MUS. That means the made up stuff. It kept me in the MUS believing unrealistic things about me, or even some narratives that people felt about me. And so I was believing about myself how other people felt about me, or how I wanted people to feel about me. And so, what did I just read? I closed the book when the video happened. And so, is the grass greener on the other side? Was the question. Is the grass greener on the other side actually? Or is the grass only greener on the other side because that person took time to water it? That person understood that in order for the grass to be greener on my side, then I might want to do what the other person is doing over there for their grass to stay green. That's all I'm saying. So is the grass greener on the other side? Are you going to live your life wondering and having shoulda, couldas, and wouldas about was the grass greener on the other side? Or are you going to take time to tend to your grass, to tend to your garden, to tend to your business, to make your grass greener on the other side, to make those lemons into an experience, right? And so, yeah, so you can create those lemons, no matter how bitter they are, into an experience that now turns those sweet nothings into sweet everythings, that now turn that struggle into opportunity. And so, yeah, that's what it said. That's exactly what it said. Is the grass greener on the other side? I finally saw what I had been looking for, or so I thought. It was a lady who lived 2 doors down from us. She had 2 little girls, a car, and a home. I would see them come and go. She displayed what mothering should look like to me. I couldn't really put it in words or explain it. It was a feeling I got when I would often stare at their little family. I noticed they went to school every day. They were always dressed nicely. We had told ourselves that this was a piece, me is what I'm referring to. I told myself that this was a piece that I was missing. I was missing a family. I was missing the desires of knowing what it was like growing up with my mother. And so that's what I meant by was the grass greener on the other side, because this wasn't pertaining to a man. This was pertaining to a time in my life where I was looking for my mom. And so I saw a lady who would go back and forth with her children. They would dress nicely and all these kind of things. And so I wanted what they had. And so that's a whole nother story. Stay tuned to that. But in wanting what they had, I realized that the grass just isn't green. This lady did work to make the grass green, right? And so whatever you are desiring, whatever it is that you are wanting to change, to transform, to manifest, it's absolutely going to take some work. It's going to take some work. Faith without works is dead. You just expecting it to just show up miraculously might not happen. Or I found out times when it does happen, it happens when after you've done the work. Because then you put out in the atmosphere, then you set your intentions on what it is that you want to attract. And so when you do the work and you set out the intentions and your words line up with what it is that you want, remember, this is all about you recovering, discovering, and empowering, right? So in this new, right? And with this new palette full of colors, because now you know that you're not just going to apply the things that happen to you. You're not just going to apply the heartbreak for 10 years. You're not just going to apply the disappointment of being laid off a job. You're just not going to apply that you've made it to where it is that you're trying to be as far as a 10-figure person and just stop there. No, we're going to use the things that happen to us like a painter does when they're painting on a canvas. Right. We get to use the things that happen. See all these different colors? I use them. This is a part of my Proverbs 4:23 collection. Yeah. And so I also repurposed this. Under this is another picture. Under this was something already there. And yet I put something over top of it. So I use new things to add to what was old, to give me a new perspective, to give me something different. And that's what you can do with life. This can be an easy project that you can do. You take an old canvas and you get your new palette of colors. And you decide what it is that you want to look like, right? You decide what experience that you want to now create for yourself from the lemons that life has dished out. Yeah, that's it. Listen, I have no filters here for you. I have no lies here for you. I only have transparency, and I love you enough to tell you the truth. I love you enough to be transparent with you. I love you enough to be everything that I am and all that I'm not. I understand that I might be missing a color in my palette, and that's okay, because I can either get the yellow and blue and put them together and make the green that I need, or I can go to my brother man or my sister man and ask for help. And the thing about when you create the experience you want, you might need other people. Yeah, God really gave us other people because we absolutely still need them. Yeah, don't be so independent, that's me, that you set yourself up for failure. Because if you think that you made it where it is that you're trying to go all by yourself, then you're sadly mistaken. And you really believe in the MUS. You're really believing the made up stuff. Because no one gets to where they're going by themselves. Either a bus driver helped you, either the sun helped you, either the flight attendant helped you, because all those who catching flights and not catching feelings, you needed a pilot, you needed a stewardess, you needed all these people to help you get on the other side of the world where you felt like you was doing it all by yourself, and really you're not. And so the gift of the universe gave us people who can pour into you, who can help you add a different color to your canvas. Yeah. And so Proverbs 4:23, it says that flowing from my heart are the issues of my heart. And so this is just an example of that, because sometimes it's just all over, right? When life be lifing, it feel like the colors is fading and stuff is all happening all at one time. But even in the midst of that, there is the beauty of who you are. There is the beauty of who you choose to be when you show up for yourself. There is the beauty of understanding that in order to have the grass greener on your side, it's going to take work from you. Yeah, you must be intentional. Yeah. And so words do matter, especially the ones you say to yourself. Just like that, right? And so in the process of you taking those bitter lemons and not just applying them, but you use it, and not just to make lemonade, because I got tired of making lemonade. I got tired of taking those things that really was pain in my heart and making lemonade out of them. I got tired of it. And so this is how I end up finding Sierra, because I use those lemons. And in the process of using the lemons, right, I discovered something amazing, and that was me. February 4th, 2024, this year, February 4th, I was in a bad car accident. And this is when I really realized that I really need to use these lemons. And so now I got lemon lime joy. Right now, I'm allowing the things that happen to work for my good. You know that is just not the universe's job. You know that is just not God's job. And your process to allowing you to recover, and your ability to discover new things about you, and in your intentionalness and boldness and unapologetically to empower yourself, to die, right? Die, discover, inner empowerment. That's the acronym for die. And in doing that, you get to decide and you get to create the experience that you want to live out for you. Yeah. When life gives you lemons, create an experience. When life gives you lemons, come up with something to advocate for. When life gives you lemons, you must understand that this is your opportunity, your divine time to not just complain, to not just point the finger, to not just give up on yourself, right? Stop giving up on you. Stop jumping ship. I know, because I've done it. I know, and this is why I do these videos, so I can help you, because I know what it's like to be there. Yeah, I know. I'm not telling you what I heard. I ain't telling you what I read in the Bible. I ain't telling you what I read in the dictionary. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I discovered as I intentionally found Sierra, while I am still intentionally finding Sierra, because my intentions got intentions. And so let me find out that you are allowing that MUS to keep you in a place longer than you're supposed to. Let me find out that you are allowing your self-sabotaging ways to keep you in a stinky place of thinking. Don't you know that your thoughts are like paintbrushes? And so that palette with all those different beautiful colors, your thoughts are like paintbrushes that goes inside all of those different colors, and you will absolutely paint a picture that you will absolutely start living. Yeah, because we're just that intentional. You are made of the consciousness of the creator that created all that is all. And so we are out here creating, whether if we are trying to or not. Don't you see? You create even when you're not trying to. So when you allow yourself to be intentional about your magic, about your love, about your joy, about your determination, about your heart thing, that life will absolutely start doing a different thing, that old things will be passed away, and behold, all things will come new. Yeah. Welcome to Sierra Unconventionally Speaks. We hope that you will come back. I am here every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. So 2 times a month you get these opportunities. But I'm also on my website, which is sierraclark.life. You can visit me there. I'm also at the Museum of Motherhood. You can email us there, and you could come for a tour. Yeah, so the Museum of Motherhood is a space like none other. Yeah, I'm doing real unconventional things. I'm hanging out in spaces that the world didn't say we supposed to have. But we get to have them. Why? Because when you become an intentional creator of your reality, we start producing things that are like autonomous for other people who need the same thing that you're in need of. Yeah, don't you know that you are not alone? You are not going through that thing by yourself. And so, so when you plan, pray, and create, you do something different. When you start using the things and stop applying the things that happen to you, you will start reaping life a different way. When you give yourself the opportunity to recover, and your recovery won't look like everyone else's recovery. But when you allow yourself to recover the way you need to recover, how you really, really need to recover, and not just on the surface, but when you allow yourself to recover, and then you discover, and then you empower, everybody else is in trouble. Because now you're happy, because now you allowed yourself to tap into a greater version of you. Thank you for joining the episode on my channel of Sierra Speaks. I look forward to seeing you the fourth Wednesday of this month. And again, we're going to be talking about the same thing we talk about. This is consistency. We need consistency. Consistency is for you to recover. Consistency is for you to discover. Consistency is for you to empower, which allows yourself to die. And that allows you to discover your inner, your strengths that lies within, so you can empower not just yourself, but the life and those you love. Thank you. Keep smiling, keep shining.